Hey guys, it's Pacifist here. Hope you're doing well. If you're not, then I hope you have a better one tomorrow. So we're back here with week 4, and you're probably wondering why there wasn't a video on the 28th or 29th. I decided that since week 5 technically has only 3 prompts, 3 entries, I decided to lump it in with week 4 as well. So week 4 and 5 are combined, which totals to 10 prompts, hence the delay. So without further ado, let's get it, let's go. So for day 22, the prompt was a Goofy movie. When it came to a Goofy movie, there was one character in mind that I wanted to draw. However, I wasn't too sure if I could have pulled it off well. I don't remember the movie much, but there was a character that gave me Michael Jackson vibes, and I wanted to draw him. I guess it was Goofy's son when he came onto the stage and dressed the way he dressed. He gave me like Michael Jackson vibes and stuff. I wanted to draw him, but I decided against it for some reason. So we drew Roxanne in the end. I think this one was okay. I can't remember how long this took me to draw. I imagine it was less than 2 hours because it does look kind of simple, but I thought this was fine. I didn't come across too much difficulties besides the hands. It's not the actual hands, well technically it is the hands itself, but I was gonna say it was like the position of the hands, trying to get her to wrap her arms and grab the books. That was the part where I thought it was the trickiest, but overall I think it was okay. It went well. So let's move on to the next one. So for day 23, the prompt was Akira. Before anyone's asking why you're not drawing the main guy, they do driving on the motorbike, the answer is simple. We pulled the prompt Akira last year for the BokuMARCho, the 2025 BokuMARCho, and we drew Akira there. It didn't make sense to redraw him again since we have him already. For this one, I thought generally it was fine. I did have problems with her hair and her coat. I was struggling with where I wanted to place the buttons, and also I wanted the coat to wrap around her hips. I wasn't too sure how to do that, but I think overall it turned out okay. It turned out fine, and because of that, it took a while for me to draw the hands because I needed to know where the coat and the hips lie. But overall, I was happy with this. I think I was really happy with how I did her shoes, her boots or whatever, and her arms. The folding and stuff like that was something that I thought I did really well. I was pleased with that. 24, we live streamed this one, I believe, over on twitch.tv/twitchBokumaro. We drew Daphne from Scooby-Doo, with Scooby-Doo being the prompt. I remember on stream, I was naming the characters that I remember. Sorry, I'm laughing in advance because I still remember what I said on stream last week. I remember I was naming all the characters, and the character that I forgot to mention was Freddy. And I was like, who's Freddy? And they were like, Rip Freddy. The reason why I chose Daphne was pretty simple. It was basically because I felt like all the other characters, with the exception of Freddy, I guess I could have drawn Freddy as well. I felt like the design for most of the characters were quite basic and very simple. Not saying that Daphne isn't simple, but I felt like there's a bit more to her design compared to the others. So that's why I went with Daphne, because I wanted a challenge, because I was live streaming this. I felt like the other characters, I may have done it within like half an hour to an hour, especially for a live stream. I don't want to live stream for, say, less than an hour. I would feel bad. That's why I picked a character that had a bit more design that could be more challenging. Overall, I think this was okay. I did struggle a bit with her hair because I felt like her hair wasn't as long and I had to change it, and her legs as well, her thighs were a bit too thick, so I think it was her right thigh. I had to push it inwards a bit more. You'll see it from the sketch to the line art, the inking phase. Overall, I think the pose was good. It was different. I didn't want to do a normal standing up one. I wanted her to kind of cross her legs. I did say that I wanted to change the pose slightly for some of them, and I felt it was appropriate to do so with Daphne. Moving on to the next day, day 25. For day 25 was Judgment. This was quite unexpected, let's put it that way. My plan was actually to draw Yagami. I thought, you know what, let me draw someone different, someone that's not expected. So we ended up drawing Mikiko Sadamoto. This may be a bit spoilers for some of you guys, but yeah, she's actually a character from a DLC. She's cool, she's badass. I was thinking maybe Yagami, Kaito, or even my favorite female character in the game. Yeah, I've also thought about drawing Mifuyu, but I don't know, something was screaming at me, draw Mikiko, draw Mikiko. So we drew Mikiko Sadamoto instead. I think this turned out really well. It turned out way better than I had imagined. I thought I was going to struggle with this. I particularly like how I did the arms folding, the folds on the jacket and her pants. Everything was okay. I don't think there's too much to change if I was to finish this one off. So let's move over to day 26. Okay, so for day 26, I noticed this when I uploaded the YouTube shorts. Just for transparency, I kept this part here because I noticed there's a flaw. But in the real thing later on, I have fixed it already. I can show you the amended version. I believe in transparency and being open. I'm human. We all make mistakes, and there's a mistake in this one. Care to guess what the mistake is? I'll give you a few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, so the mistake is I didn't write One Piece. I actually drew the character's name, like how I would when I do my weekly Bokumaro uploads. So yeah, the character's name is Mihawk, and I actually wrote Mihawk instead of One Piece. But we have fixed this though. There we go. This is it, see? It's been fixed. It says One Piece. Overall, I think this was fine. There were some difficulties if you watch the YouTube shorts. The only difficulty hurdle that I had was his right arm, in particular his right hand. I was trying to draw in a way where he's grabbing it. I don't know how to describe it. I had to make sure that you didn't see the palms of his hand because the handle should be covering it up. But I didn't know which part should be covered and which part shouldn't be covered. Like the thumb, the fingers, how much of it should be revealed and how much of it should be behind the handles. And I still think there's something off right now. But overall, I was happy with this. I don't think there was any other glaring mistake. Sure, the boot, his left boot could be a bit thicker. He's got thin ankles, I guess. But we can make that a bit wider when we finish this one off. But yeah, overall, by and large, happy with this. I can't remember how long it took. It probably took a bit longer than 2 hours, but I was okay with this one. So we're going to move over to day 27. So for day 27 was Honkai Star Rail. I know I could have went with the hype and drew a new character, but I was like, screw it. I'm going to pick a character that I like. And in fact, this character is my favorite character in the game. She goes by the name of Jinglu. She's one of the characters early on that you meet. I was caught in two minds whether to have her blindfolded or with her eyes revealed. It's not like we haven't drawn someone blindfolded, but I decided to not blindfold her and have her eyes revealed. In terms of drawing her, I think we didn't really encounter any difficulties. It's just there's a lot of design. I was happy with this piece. Nothing else to say really. So yeah, let's move on to the next one on the final prompt for week 4. So day 28 was Demon Slayer. I haven't watched the anime at all, so I don't know too much about the anime, but I know 2 characters from Demon Slayer. One of them is the guy, what's his name, Tanjiro or something like that, right? I know the main guy. And then I know this girl, but I didn't know her name. I don't know too much about the anime, so guys don't blame me or anything like that. Don't grill me or roast me. I did think this girl was cute and adorable. I'm sure there's a reason why she has this what looks like bamboo stick over her mouth. I think I know the answer why if I had to hazard a guess, but I won't say it just in case I'm right and I'll be spoiling it for others who are watching it or who do plan to watch it. The fact that I'm saying this, hopefully you guys will probably know what I'm thinking. And yeah, do let me know in the comments down below if I'm right or not. This one I think turned out really well. It was really cute. I was worried that it wouldn't look cute. I'm happy with it. The hands, the fingers, they look nice. They look great. I was happy with the outcome. Actually thinking about it now, I don't know why this line isn't connected, her pinky, but we could easily just connect it afterwards. Yeah, I guess we should connect that line in when we finish it off. But I think this is good enough to be completed. I think we will probably finish this off eventually. Hardest thing maybe was the design, the pattern, the triangular shaped stuff. Let's talk about rankings now. Since it's the end of week 4, let's pick and choose my top 3. So I guess due to the nature of the complexity, we're going to say bye to Roxanne. I don't think she makes the top 3. Same thing with Daphne. So we're left with Kei from Akira, Mikiko from Judgment, Mihawk from One Piece, Jinglu from Honkai Star Rail, and Nezuko from Demon Slayer. I learned her name. Whether I pronounce it right or not is a different story. Top 3. So we're left with 5. Okay, I think I'm going to say bye to day 23, Akira. Okay, so I'm just going to be open and honest. I think we have a number 1 already. Right, let's put her there. She's number 1 already. She's ranked first. Now the question is who's second and third. So there we have it, guys. These are the final 3 and the ranking of the 3. I think for me, I don't know if we're all in agreement. I do think Nezuko from Demon Slayer was the one I think turned out the best, followed by Mikiko from Judgment and then Jinglu by Honkai Star Rail. This is the order. The reason why I give Mikiko the edge is because I feel like even though it's a bit more simpler, less detail and stuff compared to Jinglu, I feel like overall the quality of the lines and stuff, I think she gets the edge slightly. Ever so slightly. It was close. Do you guys agree with the ordering? My order? Is this right? Or do you disagree and you think it should have been something else? Let me know in the comments down below. But like I said earlier in the video, that's not all, guys. We have more. We have week 5 to do. So for day 29, the prop was Wacky Races. So we drew Dick Dastardly. For those who don't know Wacky Races, or for me anyways here in the UK during my childhood, Wacky Races was a cartoon series that was aired and played early in the morning, and I used to watch it before I went to school, so during breakfast time. Essentially, it's a race. It's like no hold bars. There's no rules in this race. You could do whatever you want. So a lot of people would be griefing other drivers. they would grief them and do some sort of like, lay out some traps and pull out some shenanigans to retire their car. And each episode, there'll be like a new race, and I think it will be a different winner each time round. I don't recall Dick Dastardly ever winning in a race from what I've seen, but I would not be surprised if he has won races. I just haven't seen them. That's what Wacky Races is. Day 29 is very simple. It was actually short, right? I don't think it took too long to draw this. Thinking about it now, the only changes I think I would do is maybe move the plaster, move the band-aid. Maybe I should put it on his chin or near his chin rather than put it on the side, because I feel like we're covering a lot of his moustache, and who would put a plaster over their moustache? It doesn't really make sense to me, so I think I should move the plaster somewhere else. I like the hands in his pocket. I like the folds. I like a lot about this piece. Even though it was short, it was sweet, it didn't take too long. I think the only thing that kind of looks a bit weird is his right shoulder. I feel like it's too pointy and too sticking out. If we curve it in a bit, I'll be happy with this, and I think we can finish this off. A very simplistic design. Quality is pretty good. I like the folds, the boots, the coat. I like everything about it. Just apart from the shoulder. His right shoulder is the only thing that's a bit off, but it's not too bad. Day 30 was Shaman King, I believe, and this was an anime that I watched as a kid. I really like it. I think it had a reboot, if I'm not mistaken. Someone do correct me if I'm wrong. With this one, I liked it. It turned out okay. The only thing that I have an issue with maybe was this boot. The boot itself looks a bit too wide. I should probably push it in a bit slightly. And I had a massive problem with this part here on his left boot, the left side of the boot. We spent a lot of time trying to fix this, and I still don't know if it's fully fixed. When I was flipping through, like you can see it here, when flicking through here, this part here just doesn't look right. But apart from that, I think it's okay. But there was actually one big mistake, one very, very key mistake for this. People may not have saw it on the BokuMARCho shorts, the YouTube shorts, but it should be in the VOD, which I'm going to play now. So this is the VOD for the video. You can see in the bottom left corner, I spelled shaman wrong. We actually had to retype it again. I took a screenshot of OBS to make sure that it's spelled right. So then when making the YouTube short video, which I'll show you now, we just put it on top. We put it on top. If people don't tune into this video, they won't know the behind the scene of it. They wouldn't know that I actually spelt it wrong. And I believe we spelt it wrong here as well. Actually, no, maybe we should get the VOD again. Yeah, okay, this is where we spelt it. Yeah, I spelled it with an E. Because I think I looked at OBS, and because OBS was wrong, this therefore then becomes wrong. But it is what it is. Like I said, I'm human. We make mistakes. I can't spell. English is not my first language. But yeah, we make mistakes, guys. I'm human. It was okay. I'm happy with this. Some changes needed to be made, but overall, I'm happy with it. On the last day, we live streamed this. Oh boy, this one was so close. I mean, actually, I just realized we made a mistake here. We should have removed that part of the headgear, but it's okay. That line is okay. We can remove it later on when we finish this off. Day 31, we was pressed for time. We literally finished it in the last minute. It was like 2 hours 59 minutes something seconds, maybe like 2-3 seconds to spare. It was like a Hollywood movie. We was pressed for time. We had like, I don't know, about 15-17 minutes to spare, but then I realized that in all of the pictures references, he had like a ring behind him, so we had to like rush that with like 15-20 minutes left to go. I think it still looked okay, the ring. Overall, I think I was okay with this. We did struggle a bit with the hands, but yeah, overall, I'm happy with how this turned out. I have no complaints with this one. For those who play Smite, I hope you recognize and I did it some justice. In terms for the top 3, I don't know, let me see. Which of the prompts makes the top 3? I'm joking, guys. I'm kidding. I know there's only 3 prompts. We've got our top 3 already. It's just a matter of picking the order. I know. But yeah, this is the order. Top 3 for week 5. First place goes to day 31. The last day. Second place goes to day 29, and then the third place goes to day 30. So yeah, that's the top 3 for week 5. What do you guys think? You guys agree with me with this? Let me know in the comments down below if you agree with this. So yeah, that's week 4 and 5 for you guys. What were your favorites? I hope you guys enjoyed week 4 and week 5. I'm surprised that most of them went really well, better than I anticipated. I'm happy with the progress. I do think I have improved along the weeks. I enjoyed doing week 4 and 5. Some of them were challenging, but by and large, yeah, I'm happy with that. So if you got to this stage, guys, thank you so much for watching and supporting me. And we've actually finally finished the 2026 BokuMARCho. The special word, or secret word if you want to call it that, is simple. How many dangos were there in this video. For those who don't know what a dango is, or which dangos I'm referring to, is this dango in particular. This grey dango wearing a green turtle onesie, if you want to call it that. How many times did you see this character in the screen? The first person who gets the right answer will get a special surprise. Speaking of special surprise, I've been hinting over the 3-4 weeks that there's a special prize, which you guys will probably know already. For those who don't know, if you were the lucky ones to get it right, you will receive a voucher / coupon, where said voucher coupon you can use to redeem 1, a Bokumaro priority request of your choice, 2, a free ticket for the raffle, 3, you can choose it to redeem one of the monthly projects. So it could be for the accidental art project, mysterious character project, the anthropomorphized project, or a VTuber Friday project. I know what you're gonna say, but Pack, I don't stream, or Pack, I'm not a VTuber. That's fine. If there is a VTuber that you have in mind that you would want for me to draw and do a monthly video on, then I'm more than happy to draw that VTuber or pin YouTuber. Well, yeah, I think those are the monthly projects that I'm doing, right? That's the coupon, that's the voucher. So if you get it right, I'm the first person to get the secret thing word right for any of the weeks, you get a free voucher / coupon, and you can redeem it on anything you want. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's week 4 and week 5. I'll probably be doing a overall 31 days or general summary of the whole BokuMARCho in a different video. I can't guarantee you it'll be on the 1st of April, but hopefully we can do it within the first couple of weeks of April. No promises, but we'll see when that will come out. But that's pretty much it, guys, for week 4 and week 5. Hope you guys enjoy that one. Feel free to subscribe if you want to support me and be informed when I release my videos. And hopefully there'll be other future projects or other ongoing projects that might be of interest to you, since we're juggling quite a few projects every month. But yeah, I'm out now, guys. So as always, wherever you guys are, take care, be well, and be safe. Bye. I was thinking maybe Yagami, Kaito, or even my favorite female character in the game. She's so favorite, I freaking forgot her name. Mufuyu, I think it was, right? Mufuyu, that's it. Don't think it was too difficult. I was happy with this piece. Oh shit. Actually, thinking about it now, I don't know why this line isn't connected, her pinky, but we could easily just connect it afterwards. It shouldn't be. Oh shit, we did this again. Well, that's going to be in the bloopers. So for day 29 was Dick